Welcome back to Gamer Night. I'm your host, G.A.M.E.R here, and welcome back to Player Way episode 7. I think it's 7. I'm going to make a bold prediction and say it's 7. It is 7. Episode 7. We're like that. Anyway, welcome back. We do gaming, news, reviews, more, all that stuff. We have an exciting one for you today because we're going to be talking about a couple games, a couple new trailers that dropped, and just, I don't know, just going through the news and talking about whatever comes to mind for the next hour and a half. This will be an hour and a half episode, hopefully. But anyway, as always, if you enjoy gaming or just this content, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing with your friends. We love video games. We want to talk about that and share it with players around the world, regardless of platform or genre that you so choose. We play games because we love them, and we want to celebrate that by talking about it. That's what this is here for, and that's what we're about to do because I'm here joined my co-host, Christian. How's it going?
How's it going?
It is vibing. What? It is, I don't know. I'm vibing. That's what I meant to say.
And are you good?
I'm great. Let me tell you. Christian, I got one question for you.
I probably have an answer.
What have you been playing this last week?
In all honesty, today I played probably a good 3 hours of Lies of P.
Oh, have you started Final Fantasy yet?
I've been playing through both.
Okay.
Both Final Fantasy 7 games. I've been playing through the remake and rebirth.
Wait.
I'm more into remake right now than I am rebirth because I got through the first I don't even want to say hour, and I was like, I feel like I should play the first one again.
Fair enough. I kind of agree.
Yeah,
I kind of get that. Yeah.
So I've been going through and playing the remake, but today I played Lies of P. I finally beat one of the bosses in it today. It's taken me on and off 2 days to do this. But it was Fallen Archbishop, whatever his name was. And it was a pretty cool fight. Lackluster to the first two, but it was pretty fun.
Sorry, I'm a cut. I need if people watching the video just saw me hard squinting or eyes closed, I really don't know why I was doing that. I opened my eyes and was like, why'd I do that? Sorry, I don't know. It's a really random thing. I'm very sorry. All right, continue.
Other than that, I haven't really played anything. I've just been kind of. I guess other than the 3 games I've been playing recently, you know the obvious answer. I've also been playing Baldur's Gate, but not as much recently as I have been in the past.
Wrong.
I know.
It's just fake news. That's
heresy. I understand.
Yep.
No, I get it. I respect it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's what I've been playing. What have you been playing recently, John?
I mean, I've been playing FF7 Rebirth. I am I think I'm on chapter. Main story wise, I'm on chapter 5 or 6. I don't remember if I got to 6 or not. But yeah, I'm on chapter 5 or 6. I'm probably a good I don't know, maybe 8-10 hours in. I'm kind of pacing myself. I was gonna try and rush through it to get it done before all these games come out in 2 days. But I don't know. When I was playing it, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's not one of those games I want to get done really quickly. I don't know. I'm not on a mission to beat it. Which, I don't know. It might be a couple things. It might be I'm just really excited for those games on Friday, which I am, in fact, excited for those games on Friday. It might just be because I'm also doing a bunch of other stuff. Or it might just be because it's just one of those games that you that you want to pace yourself with. So I really don't know what it is, but yeah, I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Cool.
It's still really great, though. It's really great.
I'm about to say it's better to pace yourself than to try to run through a game just to review it.
Yeah. I will say the game is funny. Oh my gosh. It's quite hilarious. I've had a lot of just blurt out laughing moments because which I don't do that often with like a lot of like. There's not a lot of things like there's a lot of things where it's funny, but I don't like react to it. Like in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, that was funny, but I don't like laugh or I don't chuckle or anything. But like this is one of them where I've laughed on multiple occasions. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, other than that, I haven't touched Mario vs. Donkey Kong yet, which I need to. And I uploaded the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League review like an hour ago at the time of recording this podcast. So make sure you go check that out. Yeah, that's about it gaming-wise, to be honest with you. I was listening to some gaming podcasts this weekend, trying to get caught up on those. Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yep. Very excited for Friday.
I'm also very excited for Friday. Cannot wait.
Oh, God. You guys can probably hear music right now. Oh, no. I oopsed. Uh-oh. I oopsied. Okay, we're good. Okay, so... All right. Speaking of Friday, Metacritic scores for Dragon's Dogma has released.
Oh, I actually have not seen it yet.
Do you want to?
So, all right. I'm going to guess.
Go ahead. And I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
I want to say 92.
Okay.
Because I think that's the number. I think that's like the number we had like kind of said last time. Last episode.
I said 89 to 92. I think that was my range. I think.
Yeah. What's the rating?
Well, it is lower than my guess, but it's still really good. It's 87.
87. Interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, there is only, let's see, out of 56 reviews, I think there is only, and that's like as of right now. Yeah, out of 56 reviews, there's only 3 mixed and 0 negative. 47. Wait, that doesn't even make sense. There's 56 reviews. Bro, Metacritic is all sorts of busted. Let me tell you. Ay. Okay. Well, yeah, it's an 87. There's multiple hundreds. Like, there are a lot of hundreds, but then there's like 3 mixed reviews, which is like dragging it down a little bit. There's a lot of 90s, a lot of like 94s, some 80, like 6s, 88s. So, it's high is what you need to know. So, look, all right. Is it going to be Game of the Year? Who knows? 87 is kind of like, it's really good. No one's taking that away from that. Like, that's a great score. But we'll see. I don't know. Either way, I'm still really, really excited for it. Like we always say, don't really judge a game based on the Metacritic score, because honestly, Metacritic's just kind of stupid in first place. But it's always fun to see when a game gets a score where it's sitting at. And Dragon's Dogma 2 sitting at a lovely 87. Love to see it. How are we feeling about 2 days, Christian? We get to play it in 2 days.
You know, I'm incredibly excited. Sad that I'm gonna have to put a couple games on the back burner to at least try this out a little bit. Because you know, I've had fun trying to catch up on my backlogs, but I'm excited. I'm excited for the other games that come out that day too. So it's gonna definitely be a hard day for me to choose.
Oh my god, I wanna say something. You said sorry. You said it's been really fun trying to being able to get through my backlog. It's also been really fun putting all my attention towards Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Because that is my backlog.
You believe me? Would you believe me to say the fact that I have not finished that game yet?
Yes, I do, because I feel like 90%
run of that game yet.
90% of people who touch that game have not finished that game. I guarantee you.
It gets so addicting creating new characters,
right?
And it's just like,
and it's long. It's like 100 hours to beat it.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not really, but it's so like the whole cutscene thing, because I know what you're talking about. Like there's over 100 hours of cutscenes in that game. It's the fact that there are like 17,000 endings. Like, I'll be honest, it really depends on who you have in your party, what quests you like. It really like you. There are so many paths you can take to that game. In that game, it's pretty cool though. I've yet to finish any. So, yeah, I keep
Unreal.
creating characters and then creating new ones.
Unreal. Well, anyway,
Engine 5.
back to Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yes.
I have come to the conclusion. Here's what I'm gonna do. Right. Here's how my Friday is gonna play out. All right. Well, actually, it's gonna be a little sooner. I'm getting Rise of the Ronin digitally on PS5.
I'm getting it physically.
And I'm hoping that has one of those things where I can set it to New Zealand. And play it early. So that way I'm gonna play Rise of the Ronin at night, and when I wake up, go to the mall, go to GameStop, pick up my copy of Dragon's Dogma 2, come home and play that. And then that way I've played both. Yeah. I think that might be my play. That might be my play. I don't know.
Yeah. I pre-ordered them both physically at the same time because I wanted to just kind of get it done and over with.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I have faith in Rise of the Ronin. Like I have faith that I'm really gonna like that game.
Yes.
Because I really liked Wulong or
Same.
Wukong. Wulong. No,
Wolong.
Wulong.
Wolong.
Wulong. So yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah, I mean, do we know the Metacritic score on that one?
We don't.
Yet?
We're getting that one tomorrow. Okay. I guess. Well, since we did a prediction for Dragon's Dogma, I guess we'll do a prediction for. Right. I'm gonna guess. Eesh. See, this one's a wild card. I don't know. Like.
I
think it's gonna be
going to guess.
I think it's gonna be lower. Or equal to Dragon's Dogma 2.
I was gonna guess like in the 80 to 90 range, like in anywhere in that. Okay, I don't know if it's gonna
pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna peak 90, but
I'm gonna say
from what I've seen of it, I definitely think it's gonna have at least an 84.
I'm gonna be a little more specific. Yeah, I'm gonna say like 83 to 85. That's my like 3-point range right there. I think that's what it's gonna do, which is still a really good score if it does do that. People get it twisted so often. If it doesn't like get like people don't understand. Oh no, oh I'm so sorry. Okay, bro. I need for people watching the podcast. I'm so sorry. you oh. All right, our viewers definitely just got. If you were in a car listening to this, or you had like headphones like me and Christian have, you probably just got a whole bunch of bass for a hot second. All right. Well, anyway, back to what I was saying. If a game, Christian talk. I need a second.
So I think the game is going to be interesting. I think I don't know what he was trying to say, to be honest with you.
All right, I'm back.
But I want to talk about my game of the year, Princess Peach Showtime.
Right.
Now,
that's all. Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do we got a Metacritic score for that yet?
No. I don't know if we're getting that before it comes out.
How? It's supposed to be game of the year.
I don't think
can
so.
you not have Metacritic out yet?
Hold on. Wait. I don't know. Let me look. I don't think so, though. What I was going to say is people think, like, if it doesn't score in the 80s or in the 90s, then it's not a good game. In my opinion, this is my personal opinion, if it's, like, 70 or above, then it's good.
Yeah, well, you were also. I was gonna say you were also raised with like the the American education system where above a 70 was good enough. Um,
Well, you were
but I
too.
also agree with that.
Uh,
I also agree with that. I know. I also agree with that though, because uh, I don't know. I think it really depends, as you said earlier, and as we have all stated at some point or another. Um, it's Metacritic is dumb.
yep.
It's fun to see what the it's fun to see what the
It's a fun gimmick.
yeah, it's fun to see what people like what the critics are thinking and everything, but at the end of the day it doesn't matter.
No, it really does not.
And getting your own personal enjoyment out of that thing is all that really matters.
Yeah.
So I mean, if there's a game that everybody else hates but you love, Cyberpunk 2077.
I just will.
um,
Right. I like. Bottom line, don't let the Metacritic score like sway your opinion of something. Like, just don't let that happen, because that's just not really how opinions work. Like, opinions are meant for you to create your own opinion based on your own personal experience. That's what it is. But yeah, Princess Peach Showtime, low key. Dude, I was originally gonna wait, but I think I am gonna get it Friday. I don't know. After talking with you and now like all these running jokes and everything, not running jokes, they're running facts. I don't know what we're talking about.
I'm about to say.
I really want to get it. Like, I really do. Just because, like just because.
I'd say my game of the year originally didn't really pan out too well, and that was obviously, as you all know, Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. But I have faith in this one. I have faith in this one. Princess Peach Showtime. It looks like a banger.
See, now this is this is one everyone wanted. I mean, see that's what's funny is Last of Us Part 2 Remastered is something we didn't need but got, yeah.
You got this, buddy.
I'm really struggling. Last of Us Part 2 is something we didn't need, people didn't want, but it's what we got. And Princess Peach Showtime, people didn't know we needed. Now people want, and we got. I got there, Richard. All right, we need to move on to a new time. I'm sorry, I'm a whole bunch of messed up today. Okay. Yo, Game Pass, they revealed a new wave recently.
Yeah, I saw that.
Sheesh.
I did see that, actually.
It's a really good wave.
There was one on there that I was like, yo, they dropped this. The Quarry.
The Quarry, yeah.
I cannot wait for that to drop.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
There's a couple that
awesome.
I'm for sure gonna try out. Light Your Frontier is one I'm gonna try out. That was revealed at at one of their summer showcases 1 year. Evil West was that one God of War Western game that I was playing on the PlayStation.
Yeah,
all the time.
I remember that. Yeah,
so that's cool to see there. MLB The Show's a day one release, big title for some people. It's a PlayStation game, which is wild. Diablo 4 coming into Game Pass, first Activision Blizzard game to come to Game Pass, and it's a big one. Might be the time to jump back into that. I've yet to go back to it. So that's
Ark Survival Ascended.
Yeah, that's right. That's going there. I'm still waiting for them to add new maps. I think it's still just the island so far, which is really unfortunate.
Probably is. Super Hot.
Yep, Super Hot Mind Control Delete. Now the one I'm actually weirdly most excited for. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. I'm not. Look, this is not a drill. Is not a joke. I actually really loved the first one, and this is one that I actually like. I was gonna get for Black Friday, but it didn't go on sale, and so now it's here, and yeah, I'm actually kind of excited.
Yeah.
Look, it's just a fun little racer where you get to collect these cars. Like you have like an actual collection of cars, and you can build your own tracks and do a whole bunch of fun stuff. And yeah, it's just a game. That's all it is. It's a game.
No way, really?
Oh yeah, for sure. Hi-Fi Rush has a higher score on PlayStation than every other platform, which is Xbox tax. No, I'm
Interesting.
joking. It's just everyone was like, guarantee it's gonna get a higher score on PlayStation, and everyone's gonna say it's Xbox tax. Well, it did get a higher score, but it's not Xbox tax. It's just whatever. Like, who cares?
Another game that's coming to Game Pass that I'm excited for is Open Roads. It looks fun.
Open Road. Oh yeah. It's that really artistic looking one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm very big into the cozy looking games.
Yeah, I know you are. Yeah, no, that's very true. But yeah, it's a really good wave though. In general.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm excited.
Something else that happened this last week. We were just talking about Akira Toriyama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last podcast. A new Sandland demo is now available on all platforms.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
Okay.
We got some Sparking Zero gameplay.
Oh, that is also something. I didn't even know that.
Obviously, for those who don't know, that's the famed Budokai Tenkaichi 4. That was teased like, God, I don't even know how long ago. And so we finally got, I think it's a full fight between Vegeta and Goku. Obviously.
Wow. That's cool.
And it looks good, and it looks like it's taking everything from the original three Budokai Tenkaichi games. Say that 10 times fast.
I can't even say it once.
Bringing that forward into the. Honestly, I had to have Kai tell me how to say it multiple times.
Budokai
Tenkaichi.
Budokai Tenkaichi.
There you go. But yeah, no. Very excited. It looks good. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks better than the.
That's one I definitely might play. Like, because like I've said, I don't really watch anime, but I play like a lot of anime games, and some games I really love. Like, I mean, we love Jump Force. We even played that Demon Slayer game for like a couple nights that one time. Xenoverse is fun. Fighter Z is fun.
I play a lot of Xenoverse in my free time. Yeah.
Yeah. And so yeah, I will definitely check Budokai Tenkaichi 4 or Sparking Zero out.
Yeah, Sparking Zero.
Sure.
It's fan name is Budokai Tenkaichi 4, but it's Sparking Zero. Yeah, hopefully the people who made the JJK game can take some notes, because that game was garbage.
I was like, well, there's just a pause. That's not good.
It was a sigh.
Oh.
And I guess it didn't really come off incredibly well, but yeah, no, it was not a good game. It was like not bad, but it was not good.
Well, this podcast is gonna be a whole bunch of jumping around, just covering everything. Like this is just gonna be one of those podcasts. Wolong, speaking, we were just talking about Wolong. They reached 5 million players, so big success there.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
That's pretty good.
Liza P reached 7 million not that long ago.
Yeah, so good stuff from Souls games. Low key, going crazy. Who's shocked? No one. Anyway.
I'm about to say.
Couple things, and then we are gonna get to the big topic for today. Apparently, the PSVR 2 has now been paused. Has paused production, so they are not shipping and producing any PSVR 2s right now, because it's struggling. Yeah, no dirt.
I mean, what's the price of one of those?
More than the PS5. It's $550.
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
And what games are on there?
I couldn't tell you.
Horizon Call of the Mountain, and that's it, pretty much. I mean, everything else is like already on Oculus, which is cheaper and much better in my opinion.
Oculus is by far,
or Meta,
by far,
I guess.
Meta,
Whatever.
Oculus Quest.
But I will say this is really unfortunate for that Metro Awakening that was just revealed, because I thought that looked really good, and it's coming out later this year. And
Is that
so
only? Is that PSVR
I
2 only?
hope it comes to meta. Like, because if it doesn't, that game is basically screwed. Like, yeah, I don't know. And then apparently, Team Asobi um, um, is working on a game, which is the studio behind Astrobot, right? The Astro's Playroom and everything. Well, their first game was Astrobot Rescue Mission on the PSVR 1. That's what, like, got Astrobot started. And I freaking love that game, and I love Astro's Playroom. Like, I think Astro is low-key underrated PlayStation thing just because it's, like, one of those free, already installed things on your PlayStation. I think those are some, like, really fun games. And they're working on a project. It's been rumored that it's Astrobot Rescue Mission 2, or their next PSVR Astrobot game. And I really hope that isn't screwed either. Because, yeah, look, the writing's been on the wall. PSVR 2 has not been successful. People are really angry with the lack of first-party support and just, honestly, support in general for the system. They're upset about the pricing. It's unfortunate because it actually got good reviews in terms of its hardware. And it is a really cool piece of hardware. I've tried it. It's really nice. But there's just nothing to play on it. And it's too expensive. And, yeah, now they've paused production. So that doesn't mean it's over, but, like, it's not a good sign. Not a good sign.
I'm kind of hoping that people that like PlayStation starting to understand that like they need to. The only way to reach the consumer is to actually get to the consumer's level, and like nobody's willing to. Dude, with the Oculus Quest being like, or Quest 2, I haven't touched the Quest 3. I only have the Quest 2, but like, it was like what? I mean, it was a fraction of the price of any of the other VRs on the market.
Oh yeah.
The demand for a VR is not as high as it used to be, and so the point of like jacking that price up and being like, "Hey, this is you know, this is worth it," you know.
Yeah.
It's a horrible business plan, and albeit I'm not a business person. I don't, you know, this is coming from a consumer. Like I'm not nowhere near that, but nobody really wants a VR like that is tied to one console.
Yeah.
And
still has a wire.
Only able yeah, like compared to like what we have now where it's like, I mean, dude, my Quest 2 is, you know, just as good connected to the computer and it's still wireless. You know, like
yeah.
There's not it's just insane to me.
Yeah. But very unfortunate. I just hope whatever games and studios that are connected with it don't get screwed over. That's really my yeah. That's pretty much just my consensus with it. All right. I guess we'll go to the big thing, and if we have time afterwards, we can jump on some other stuff. The PS5 Pro has officially leaked. And this is not like a rumor or anything. Well, I guess it is a rumor. PlayStation hasn't confirmed it themselves, but like, this is a leak. Like, this is, of course, don't 100% take it as true fact, but this is probably accurate. PS5 Pro has leaked. A bunch of people have confirmed its legitimacy, including big names such as Tom Henderson, and like just huge insiders, video game enthusiasts, journalists. So many people have confirmed its legitimacy. It is planned for a holiday 2024 release. It renders 45% faster than the PS5, and it includes PlayStation's own in-house upscaling technology, which is sort of like the Xbox Series S and the FPS boost and the upscale and resolution and backwards compatibility thing. So, there's a bunch of other statistics. If I can find it, I can...
Send me it.
Okay, yes, I will also show you.
Yeah, because I want to look at the same thing.
Oh, okay, I got you. Let me see.
So I'm very interested for whenever this is actually like confirmed, like as in officially, like hey, it's a statement. because I want to see some specs. Because if it's everybody knows or who like cares about the original like kind of dispute between the PS5 and the Xbox Series X was that the Xbox Series X had better specs. Like
Yes.
hard down like it's like yeah, you can prefer a different play style or a different controller or a different UI or whatever, but like objectively the parts inside of it were a better quality. And I want to know if the Pro is better than the Series X or if it's just like on par with it now.
It's definitely gonna be better than the Series X. Like I'll tell you that right now.
I'm just saying. Like I wanna see that with my own eyes.
Oh yeah, I know 100%.
I gotta see with my baby blues. You know, like I can't. I'm not a. I don't know. I just want. I don't know, man. I just don't feel the need for a bunch of pro consoles. Like if you're just not gonna like. If you're not gonna just make the best quality for like first, and I understand why they would do it, but it's like I don't know, annoying that if I wanted like the highest quality PlayStation, I have to wait like 5 years after the first console came out for them to release the Pro version. It's like like at that point I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah. All right, here you go.
Did you just take a picture? Or did you
I
just
did, so I'm sending you. Well, yeah, it was a screenshot. So, it can now basically, there's something on the screenshot that I just took that isn't there, or there's something else to do with the specs that isn't on the screenshot I just told you. It is going to be able to go to 8K. So,
Okay.
Yeah, that's that. But the big things is the 33.5 teraflops. That is beefy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Series. Let me look. Series X teraflops. Let me see. Yeah, the Series X runs with 12 teraflops. So 33.5 is beefy. I mean, that is a teraflops of all time right there. The rendering is 45% faster, like I said, than the base PS5. There's 2 times to 4 times ray tracing uplift, which that's good because I feel like the ray tracing has kind of been it hasn't exactly met demand, or it hasn't met demand. Like we knew it was going to be like a next generation feature, but a lot of games and studios haven't been able to fully utilize it to its full potential. So now that there's going to be 2 to 4 times more ray tracing uplift, that's going to be really, really good. Custom architecture for machine learning, AI accelerator with whatever all that means. PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution upscaling technology. So yeah, just a whole bunch of things. Pretty exciting stuff. So the question is, right? Number 1, is it real? Which I think it is personally. It just seems right. And it's launching holiday 2024 apparently. For all that, has 8K support. It is apparently 3 times more powerful than the PS5 is what I'm reading here. Stable FPS performances at 4K. So I think this is basically them telling us, yo, this is going to be the machine to do 60 FPS 4K at a stable condition. Because I feel like that's what everybody's big complaint is with a lot of next-gen stuff. Or it's not even next-gen, it's just current-gen stuff now. With a lot of current-gen things is, it can only run 30 frames, 4K, like we don't have a 60 FPS mode. If this Pro comes out, I feel like the expectation is now set. 60 frames per second, 4K. Like, that should be a standard if this Pro comes out. But, so yeah, then the second question, how much is this going to cost? because that's going to be the real deal breaker. And the final question that I have, all three of these questions we're going to discuss, but the third question we're going to discuss is, what does Xbox do now if this is true? Because they have not said anything about a Pro. There have been rumors and court documents about a digital version of the Series X, but that has no upgrade to its performance. So let's start with the first question. How are we feeling about the specs? Do we think it's real? Are we at all interested by the console?
If it's real,
yeah.
If it's real, that'd be dope. Like, I'm not a like purist or anything. As long as it plays good games and stuff. Like, yeah. But at the same time, I don't know. I would have honestly, they had already, because if I'm not mistaken, PlayStation stated it in an interview not that long ago, but they already said that the PS5 is on the latter half of its cycle.
Yeah.
Why release the Pro?
Yeah.
When you could just save a bunch of that hardware and stuff for the next console.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand it's kind of a like tradition now, or not tradition, but like it works so well for the PS4.
Yeah.
There was like, hey, let's just do it for the PS5. And like, yeah, I get that. But I don't know. It seems obviously like a cash grab. You know, like they're like, hey, here's new specs that you can't really utilize with, the most common household TV and or the TV or the monitor you're using right now at the moment. Like, like my TV ain't gonna be running 8K. There's no way.
Mine either. I don't know, dude. If you have an 8K TV,
hit me up. I want to see that.
Right. Like, yeah, it's
liar. That's what I'm calling you. Liar.
Cap.
like I know it's a thing. That is not like a I don't believe it's a thing. Obviously it's a thing. I mean, how could they make it if it wasn't a thing?
Right.
And like there are concepts for 8K TVs that I have seen on the internet, but like a household home having an 8K TV, let alone a 4K TV, is kind of insane. Because like, yeah, I have a 4K TV. Like it's HDR and everything, but that's like Walmart brand one. Like I would know it for nothing bougie. I was like, I want something that works, and that's it.
Yeah.
And like, how many people are gonna have a lot of this stuff? And I understand it's probably the pro console is like, it's for our pro players, I really hope they don't do what they did with the PSVR and realize, hey, a lot of people are fine with having the PS5 normally.
Yeah.
Why spend more money when it can play the same games?
Yeah. Well, there's like a couple things about this. Like, what you brought up is one of the things I was gonna say is there are some things I just don't care about. Like the 8K, cool. Like, I don't really feel like that's a needed thing personally. But there's a couple more things why I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Because number one, for the first 2, maybe even 3 years of the PS5 life cycle, it was really hard to find. It was really hard to come by. It was being priced up over like $1,000 when it came out because no one could find it. And so the problem is now that the PS5 is easily purchasable, like there is no issues purchasing a PS5 at all anymore. There are some people who've probably just gotten their PS5 within the last 12 months. And if this PS5 Pro comes out, it's going to be like iPhone to them. It'd be like, there's just a new one every freaking year. Like,
yeah.
So,
I mean, like, dude, obviously I got my PS5 like a little over a year ago.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you were. Yeah, that's so true.
It was 2022, but it was at the end of 2022 whenever I sat down and bought it because I was like, hey, I want to play God of War Ragnarok on PS5.
I remember.
And so I like saved up a bunch of my money and I traded in so much stuff, but I bought it. Yeah, no, it's like yeah, now there's one at every corner, it's not a hot commodity anymore. And it's as soon as the Pro drops, it's like, okay, yeah, people who are well off are going to be like, well, why not buy one? But there's also going to be, the majority of people who are not going to be able to have their hands on it for the next 4 to 5 business years because resellers are going to buy it and then jack up the price even more and then wait.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for people who are in the market for a PS5, like around the time this comes out, because like that's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be so bad.
But let's like imagine that there isn't reselling issues, like it's gonna be easier to find, which I do think it will be a lot easier to find than the just normal PS5 because not everyone's gonna want it, and we're no longer in like dark times, and so I think it will be a little easier. But I don't know. There's just a couple questions because now, what's the price point? Because that's going to be a huge deciding factor for a lot of people, and it'll be a big deciding factor if you just said if you're in the market to get a PS5, either your first one or just anything for PS5. If this Pro comes out, that's going to be the one you get now. Like depending on the price. If it's $100 more, yeah, why buy the normal one when you can spend $100 and get the Pro? Like that's how I would do that.
I don't think it's gonna be within 100 though.
No, I don't think so either.
That was gonna be my next thing. Is I'm almost certain it's not going to be within $100 of the original PS5.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be. I think $700 to $750.
Yep, that is pretty much exactly what I was gonna say.
I think that's the price point because. Yeah. Seeing how they priced the PSVR and the PSVR, the side panels that you buy for your PS5, like seeing how they priced everything like that.
Yeah.
I've never even touched the PSP wannabe. Like I haven't touched it. But I think like how much is that?
That's 200.
Like. The fact that you could either buy a handheld PS5 controller thingy for your PS5 for the price of a Series S?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I don't know.
Well,
yeah, 700, 750.
I don't know if you remember, but this was like a running joke whenever the PSVR 2 first came out. To play Horizon Call of the Mountain is the most expensive exclusive ever. Because to play that, you need to buy a PS5, $500, and then you need to buy a PSVR 2, $550. You have to pay $1,050 to play Horizon Call of the Mountain, and it's not even like the greatest game ever. It's just okay.
It's nothing like the first one, or I don't know the second one yet, but nothing like them.
I mean, I think the second one's better, so just take that how you will, but.
I haven't played either of them, or I haven't played the first one yet. Yeah. Not either of them. I haven't played the first one yet.
You haven't played the first
second
one?
Okay. I haven't played the second one yet. Oh my gosh. I have not played Forbidden West. I'm confused myself. I have not played Forbidden West, nor have I...
You haven't played Zero.
I haven't played Game.
But...
Yeah, no. But, yeah.
See, now... And here's my thing. Is there just... If you are in the market to buy a PSVR Pro, what are going to be the things? What are the selling points? Because to me, if you can guarantee 4K 60 frames per second on every game, that is a really nice selling point. Like, I'm not going to lie. Because just right now, there's a lot of complaining on Twitter about Dragon's Dogma 2 not having the greatest of frame rates, which we kind of already knew that going into it. Is this gonna fix that? And it's really impossible to tell because it's not really up to PlayStation. It's up to developers. So if the system is good enough to do that, then maybe we will. But I don't know. To me, it kind of just doesn't make sense. Like, unless they officially reveal it and it is hype as all ever, and there are other things that are big selling points, I don't know if I'm at all interested, to be honest with you. But that's just me. How do you feel? Are you at all interested?
I told you. I feel like my opinion, based on what I've seen so far, has kind of just told my story. I do not think it's needed, nor am I interested in buying it.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with what I have now. Actually, like my PS5 runs fine. I've dropped it twice. It still runs like a champ. You know, like I'm not a. I dropped it once in front of you. Like,
well, that's like my big thing is. It's like the thing we have now is just fine. Like, it works. Like,
yeah, I would say it works. It works well. Like, it works well as well as it could.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Now, the only thing that I could see myself end up getting a PS5 Pro is if it comes out and it really is as good as the advertising says, and it just becomes the new standard. Like, everyone's like, oh yeah, you need to play this on the PS5 Pro. Like, every game that comes out, it's just the new standard, PS5 Pro performance standards. Then maybe I'll consider getting, but even then, I'm not gonna get it day one. Like, there is no way. And that leads me to the next thing, which is because I specifically said that last because I want to segue. What does Xbox do if that is the case? What if it comes out and it is just so much better than the Series X, and Xbox does not have something to combat that? What does Xbox do then?
I think at that point, Xbox just makes their next generation just the best console.
Well, there was rumors that they would be going a year earlier than PlayStation. Like, they would be cutting this one a year shorter to get a jump start on PlayStation. That PlayStation was targeting 2027 or 2028 as the next gen year. Xbox was targeting 2026. So that could still be a possibility.
I don't know. I feel like with just because didn't they talk about like technological advancements?
Yeah,
in
the podcast they said that they're focused on making the biggest technological leap a console generation has ever seen.
So yeah, I mean, I feel it's all rumors and speculation until somebody confirms it. Like, not just leakers, but like somebody at the company itself, like the actual, like they actually reveal it or something at a whatever they would do, like a whatever event they would.
State of play, showcase, whatever.
State of play. Like, that's the only time we're gonna know anything like concrete.
Yeah.
And I think once it's concrete, because there's no way Xbox doesn't know about it.
Oh yeah.
Like,
well, they did say that they would be revealing news about hardware this holiday. Sarah Bond said they're excited to share more news on upcoming hardware this holiday. Maybe they do have a Pro.
Maybe they've been like, so we've been sitting on this for a while now.
Right. Series XX, you know what I'm saying? Like Series XL. Something like XL. Okay.
That, I think the XL is pretty funny. But
it's just an actual fridge.
I mean, like, yeah, at that point. But yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't know. It's just it's a waiting game. I'm gonna be honest, because you can't.
There is a really big argument right now, and I'm not gonna lie. This argument is extremely valid because, believe it or not, we live in a world.
We do.
Where we do live in a world where next year there is a game coming out that is undebatably, like, it is just, honestly, at this point, it is just factually proven to be the biggest game release of all time. And it is exclusive to consoles.
Part 2 remake.
Oh my god. And it is exclusive to consoles, not PC. There is no option to get the best option on PC. It's either Xbox or PlayStation. And that game is GTA 6. If PlayStation is definitively the best place to play, miles better than Xbox, that is going to make a massive blow to Xbox, because the amount of consoles that are going to be sold just to play GTA 6 is going to be absurd. The amount of copies of GTA 6 is going to be absurd. And if PlayStation is the dominant place, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. So everyone's arguing that if Xbox doesn't want to get destroyed next year in terms of sales and numbers, they need to somehow compete with that. And I do think that is a valid argument. While GTA 6 is nowhere near my most anticipated game or anything, I cannot deny how big and important that game is. It will, whatever month that game comes out, I'm kind of convinced no other studio or company is gonna release a game that in a month's area around that game, because that's all anyone's gonna be talking about or playing. It is literally the biggest game to release in history. It was the most watched game trailer, one of the most watched trailers of all time in general. It's just insane what that game is, and it's, in my opinion, it's a valid argument for Xbox. So I don't know. How do you feel about that?
In all honesty, I don't know, because I'm not gonna say I'm a man of fact or anything like that, but I like to have things in front of me, you know. I don't know how the gaming community / just the companies in general are going to react when GTA 6 comes out. I think it's I want to say, I think gaming is going to change before then. Let me just say that. I feel like we've kind of already made some headway into the idea that it's cross-platform's okay. In a more in a way than I feel like we were originally. The console wars are starting to die down. I think they are.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, a little bit.
I've never okay. The only reason why I say that is because of a game called Helldivers 2. I've never seen more community in a game in my life than in that game. The stuff I see on the limited social media that I'm really on anymore is insane. But I don't know. In all honesty, I don't have an opinion because I haven't really thought about how gaming in general is going to react when that game comes out.
Well, there's something else that's going to happen next year that's also going to be industry changing. The Switch 2, whatever that is. Honestly, there is...
Its specs better be insane. It better be projecting the image into my brain.
Well,
if it's not, I won't be disappointed.
2025 is actually shaping up to be biggest year in gaming. I mean, yeah, big. Yeah, that's a good word. I wouldn't say best. I mean, it could end up being, but it's looking like it's going to be one of the biggest of all time, because you have the biggest game of all time releasing. And honestly, the Switch is so close to beating the PS2. At this point, it's going to be the sequel to the best-selling console. One of the best-selling consoles of all time. Those are two things. You do not get that very often. It happened with God of War Ragnarok, and I'm not really sure it happened once last year where some game came out, some piece of hardware came out, and it just completely locked down that industry for a month or like a couple months. Elden Ring was the same way. We're getting 2 of those in 2025. Whenever that Switch comes out, like, that's all anyone's going to be talking about. That's all anybody's going to be focusing on. That is going to be the gaming thing for at least a couple months. Since it's hardware, it's going to be even longer than a couple months. The same thing's going to happen with GTA 6. Whenever that comes out, that is going to be the only thing the industry's focused on for at least a couple months. Like,
unless it flops.
Unless it flops, that is true, but dude, I can't even imagine a world where that game flopped. Like, I just can't. Like, that would be insane.
When I tell you, there have been multiple games where I have thought the same thing, and then they have flopped harder than imagined.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, you have
Last of Us Part 2?
arguably one of my favorite games of all time.
Last of Us Part 2?
Yeah, no, not that.
Oh, you have another
I
one.
think. Okay, I like the game. I like Cyberpunk, but it objectively flopped. Like, it objectively flopped.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Not anymore. Phantom Liberty totally gave that game like a whole new life. Like,
yeah,
that game popped off.
But no, it flopped in the beginning.
It did,
and it stayed flopped. It stayed on the ground for a while.
Bro was Magikarp hardcore.
And you never really like. It was like a game that everybody was hyping up, like, oh my god, it has Keanu Reeves in it, like, and then it flopped. The people who made The Witcher 3, probably one of the biggest games, like, most people know. It's like, oh, whoa, if you think of a fantasy game, it's either Skyrim or Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Like, those are the ones that are in the forefront of everybody's mind. And the same people who made that I remember making a sci-fi cyberpunk game, and it flops heavy. It launches poorly, and it completely destroys like a lot of the hope a lot of these people had in just in like the game company. Honestly, same thing kind of happened with Starfield, just not to the same extent.
Yeah, that was more just console wars taking that game over, low key.
Well, I still remember, you were hyping it up to me because I was like, I mean, I guess if it's gonna be that cool, but you talked to me about it, and like I was like, if it's as cool as you're making it sound, then yeah, I'm definitely excited. And then it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then it's like 17 load screens to get anywhere. It's the biggest game with over 1,000 planets, whole solar systems, and it's like, yeah, but actually, it's not. It's a bunch of small maps put together that you have to hop between over and over and over again. Now, Rockstar definitely don't think they're gonna do wrong with this. Like, Rockstar makes quality, but never say it can't happen. All right?
Oh yeah, no, it's possible. I mean, all it takes is it to be the buggiest mess and it's over.
Yeah. No, because I mean that's what a lot of people see.
That's what Cyberpunk happened.
Success. Well, albeit don't get me wrong. I like being able to play a finished game.
Oh yeah.
But like, dude, it just I don't know. But no, I think next year is definitely going. I think it's going to be the biggest year in gaming. Like it just in general.
Biggest or like what word we using here? Because like
biggest.
Honestly, at this point.
Biggest.
There's a lot of good things coming out in 2025, low-key. We already know a bunch of games.
I'm not going to say the best year in gaming because obviously I already know my opinion on that. But the biggest year in gaming because, I mean, from kind of Xbox is hyping up.
2024 was going to be the best year of gaming. That's what you said
I said that?
Yeah, you said that last year.
Yeah?
I mean.
What did you say last year?
I said 2023. It's one of them, low key, in terms of quantity.
One of the years, yeah.
I mean, it's one of the best ones, but
no, I love 2018. 2018 was just a good year in gaming.
I ain't gonna lie, I've liked 2024 a little bit better than 2023 already, low key. I've kind of had this conversation. Like, there's already 2 games that came out this year that are in my top 50 of all time now. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Last of Us Part 2 remastered.
Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna ban those words.
Oh no! How could you? It's my favorite game. What? No.
Promoter hasn't even bought it.
No, no, I have not. I never touched the game.
It's just like
I've watched
Princess
the
Peach
playthrough, but
Showtime. We already know it's the best game to release this year. We just don't even have it.
Dog,
yet.
I don't
Hasn't
even play
come
it. I look at it and I'm like, that's heat. That's heat. No, I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be one of the biggest years because I mean, every time a new console releases, it's massive. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's a big event. Obviously, whenever the Series X and this PS5 both dropped, like within the same month almost.
Yeah.
Like it was massive. I mean, obviously, we sat outside GameStop and waited for me to be able to get the Series X day one.
Dude, I did it multiple times. Believe that.
And then I sat there and I played my first game on it, AC Valhalla. Core memory right there. But yeah, because I wasn't originally gonna buy that game, and then you were like, "You should buy it." I'm like,
you know what my first game on the Xbox Series X was?
What?
Dirt 5.
A goated game.
Yeah,
I mean,
for real.
Fantastic game.
What a great first game on a Series X.
Honestly, I mean, I gotta respect it. Dirt 5, one of my favorite racing games of all time.
Do you know what my second one was?
What?
Tetris Effect.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And then
I remember
was
you and Tony were like hot into that.
Yeah, and then it's AC Valhalla. Was the third one.
Yeah, no, I played AC Valhalla first because I bought it with my Series X. I was like, well,
on my PlayStation, I think Miles Morales was my first one. Or no, Astro's Playroom technically was the first one.
Astro's Playroom was your first one, and
but then it was Miles Morales, and then Demon's Souls.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's like, yeah, I mean, that's like perfect example on like why it's gonna be big because a lot of people it's gonna be their first console, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like almost a generation's first like console coming out to the point where they like I guess register it, and you know with just all of the advancements in technology, you know, I think it's safe to say like what we have now, I definitely will pale in comparison to what we're gonna have in like 5 to 10 years. And that, I mean, obviously that jump starts somewhere. So yeah, I just really hope that the Switch 2 is good, because if it isn't, I'm smashing my Switch. Because they are now, the Nintendo Switch is how old now?
2017, so like 7 years, yeah. Came out in March of 2017.
Like, the idea of that is insane.
Yeah.
Which albeit it's a normal life cycle for a console.
It is, yeah.
Because like, yeah,
but
that
if it got pushed till next year, like early next year, then it's gonna be 8 years. It's gonna be an 8-year cycle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Consoles a weird thing.
So I'm not gonna lie, because now you got me talking about this whole like biggest year, best year, favorite year of game, or whatever. Let's take a look at next year real quick. All right. Let's just assume all the rumors are correct. Okay. Nintendo Switch 2 launches next year. That is going to be the big hardware thing of next year. Now let's take a look at the games confirmed for next year. GTA 6, debatably the biggest game of all time. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Monster Hunter Wilds. And Pokemon Legends ZA. And now, as of today, Marvel 19 something, The Rise of Hydra. the Black Panther and Captain America game.
That
was just shown off. That looks actually incredible.
Sorry if you hear commotion in the background. My
Marvel
my dog's got
1943. That's what it is. Marvel 1943. Rise of Hydra.
Yeah, no. I mean,
that's pretty good looking already. And we're in March of this year.
I won't say it's bad looking. I'm gonna be honest. It does look pretty decent, but I don't know, man. I'll believe when I see it. Cause like,
right. Yep.
I don't know, man. You hyped up last year.
Hey, last year was banger. It just didn't deliver a lot of top 50 of all times for me. I mean, that's
really no way, really. I didn't notice.
It's just, boy, I'm. Hey, for how we're looking right now, I might have 3 games in my top 50 of all time because Rebirth is like literally just as good as Remake, if not better. Like, so
it looks and feels a little bit better. Like, yeah. I'll be honest, from what I played, it runs a lot smoother.
Oh yeah.
There are definitely moments in Remake now going through and playing it. I'm like, whew.
Now there is one thing. Because I don't know. Part of me is kind of telling me I kind of like Remake better though a little bit as of right now, just because
I think it's like good.
Just because I'm just a sucker for those like origins and like the whole start of just journeys and stuff like that. But like I think I prefer that linear style to the open world that Rebirth has. Now the open world in Rebirth is just incredible. It's so good, but I think I just prefer the linear, low-key. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's probably just because I'm so used to Remake now. That's the way. I don't know. Who knows? By the time I finish Rebirth, my opinion might be completely different. So I don't know. But I love them both. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, those 4 games in general are huge. I mean, I've never been the biggest Monster Hunter fan, but like, it's going to be big. I mean, it's going to be huge. Z through A looks or sounds incredible. We'll see if it actually is. Death Stranding 2 is definitely like that. That is one of my most anticipated games right now. And then GTA 6 is just one of the biggest games ever. So, and then that new Marvel 1943 looks incredible. So, 2025 is looking really, really good. And we're only in March, so many things are going to be confirmed for that year. Who knows what
we still got Game Awards this year,
right? We got like the whole we got all the summer showcases, yeah. Like we got so much. But then the other thing is games could get delayed to next year, but then also games next year could get delayed to 2026. So it's like I don't know. Who knows?
Really?
But boy, I swear to God. Anyway, talking about some of the best years ever. I was saying you were talking about the year Series X and PS5 came out. That was actually really like. It wasn't like one of the best years, but like it low-key might have been one of my favorite years. I mean, if we think about it, FF7 Remake, just told you that's in my top 10 of all time. No, top 20. It might be top 10. I don't know. I don't remember. But it's up there. Ghost of Tsushima was 2020, which is my favorite game of all time. Doom Eternal in my top 50. And then Xbox Series X, PS5, bunch of games released for that. That was a really good year. Dirt 5 came out in 2020. I mean, bro. 2020 was really solid, low-key. Which is wild because a lot of people said it was a dry year, but I think that's just because COVID made everything seem super, like, slow. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead.
Valorant dropped 2020.
Oh yeah, that's very true. All right.
But yeah, it dropped.
Let's go ahead and talk about the game that I just mentioned. Marvel 1943, The Rise of Hydra. So this is it. Yeah, it is. This is a game made by Skydance Entertainment. I think, right? Is that?
Yeah, I think
did I
it's
say that
Skydance.
right? Let me make sure I'm saying this right.
Skydance New Media and Marvel Games.
Skydance New Media, that's right.
Yes.
And Marvel Games. Now, This game was technically announced like 2-3 years ago, maybe. I don't remember.
2021.
It was 2021. Wow, this game was announced in 2021. Skydance New Media and Marvel both went to Twitter or whatnot and announced we have a new Marvel project in the works being led by the writer of the Uncharted games, Amy something. Amy Hennig, I think. I hope I got that right. Can you fact check that for me?
Fine.
It's Amy something.
Keep talking though.
Okay. Anyway, it's being led by the writer of the Uncharted series. So right then there, the announcement was like, okay, cool. I mean, she created, in my opinion, the best gaming franchise. Just my opinion, or my favorite. I'm not gonna say best, but it's my favorite.
It is Amy Hennig.
I was right. But she is the writer behind, in my opinion, one of the most like perfect franchises ever. Like where every game is a masterpiece in the series. Like it's really hard to do that. She's working with Skydance New Media studio you don't see very often do games, and Marvel. All right, this could be really, really exciting. Everybody was speculating, what characters are they gonna do? We want like Ant-Man, we want Thor, we want Daredevil. Like everyone was just speculating all these cool superheroes, and then I think in 2022 or 2023, Disney did a Disney Games showcase. And we were like,
I think it was actually like tied with it was an event like the same with I think it's D3.
Yeah. It was like the same week as that or something. Well, we were like, oh snap, what are we gonna get here? And then we see Skydance, and we're like, oh, we're getting the new Amy Hennig game. And we got like absolutely no game footage. It was just they basically just said
it was just
it was like a picture. It was a picture of Captain America.
It was an art. It was like art.
Yeah, it was art.
I guess promotional art or like a concept.
Concept, yeah. And it was basically of Captain America and Black Panther. It said, we're making a game based on World War II that stars Captain America and Black Panther. What? Like, that's cool and all, but like, that's what you came up with? Like, I don't know. Out of all the characters and out of all the requested, I don't know if I saw anybody asking for this. And so, me being Uncharted is my favorite franchise of all time. I'm still excited for the game. But I was much less excited than I was originally because I didn't really like the idea all that much. It just didn't seem all that unique or interesting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, fast forward 2 years later or something like that, we just got our first official trailer, which is the story trailer for the game, which features in-game Unreal Engine 5 footage. I take back anything I've said about this game. This looks incredible. This looks really, really good. It is partially due to this being easily nominated for Trailer of the Year already. And it also has to do with the game just looking visually stunning. And actually, the idea now looks like a genius decision. Like, I really love the idea now. How do you feel about
this?
I
think it's interesting. I think it's an incredibly interesting concept because it's not going to be Captain America and T'Challa. It's I think it's T'Chaka or his father.
Yes.
I think it's incredibly interesting, and it's I don't know. Honestly, I think the Captain America design is by far one of the better ones we've seen in video games, at least.
Yes.
Obviously, my favorite is going to be Avengers Endgame. That was just like the perfect suit, in my opinion. But I cannot get enough of the Black Panther design, dude. It's so hard. Like, it's so cool. And Honestly, Captain America and Black Panther's dynamic. Yeah. No, I mean that suits the time. In all honesty,
Yeah.
like they're like they're very at odds because I mean this is the same Black Panther who I honestly don't know what they're gonna do with this Black Panther because I don't know. It's not a time period that is really. It's not a time period or a pair of characters that you see together often.
Right.
Because yeah, obviously you have Black Panther and Captain America were like in Captain America Civil War and
Well,
such,
oh yeah,
but
because
not
that was
during
also. Well, yeah, because that was
not during
also
his prime.
that was something else that they said in the like original pitch or like the concept when they were like announcing it. They're like, this is gonna take place in Wakanda and New York. We're like,
Yeah.
okay, what a weird combination. Like, how is this gonna work as a video game? Like, we just didn't. It didn't make any sense. But yeah,
I hope, man. I hope the gameplay is about as engaging as it looks like it will be.
yeah,
His graphics are insane. I mean, obviously it's UE5 and in real time, like it's
Yeah.
genuinely like right there, and it looks magnificent. The guy who is mocapping the face model, or whoever designed the face model, or whoever the actor is, I need to look it up. Whoever plays Black Panther, I mean, it is uncanny.
beautiful.
Like it is so. I mean, like looking at screenshots here, it's insane that I'm looking at a video game.
Yeah,
I had the same reaction with the OD. I know that actor from somewhere. I just do not know his name off the top of my head. But yeah, no, like
the voice acting
Captain
also
America.
really
Mhm.
good.
Oh yeah, it's super good. I'm super excited for it. I think I remember it was always in the back of my mind, not really up in the forefront. I know I wasn't thinking about it in all honesty for a very long time since it's been announced, but seeing everything about it now, I mean, dude, I'm hyped. I'm
Yeah.
hyped. I think it's gonna be.
I'm
I think it's gonna be
sold for
incredibly
sure.
fun. I saw a comment earlier whenever I first watched the trailer, and it said, "Watch it be a card game." That did give me a chuckle. That did
That is
make me
funny.
laugh.
That is funny.
Mostly because like that's kind of how I felt with Midnight Suns, in my personal opinion. I was like, "Oh, this looks so cool."
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
But no, I'm super excited. I think it's gonna be awesome. It looks very interesting. Back to the Captain America's design though. I mean, it looks like army fatigues. Like his suit doesn't look like it's plucked straight out of the comics. It looks like this was designed in the same era as like don't get me wrong, like having a full on leather jacket is by no means practical at all. But
What
the
are
way
you
it
talking
looks,
about? I do it all the time.
do you box in your leather jacket?
I could.
Exactly. You well, could you effectively?
I mean, I could. Might rip
I'm
it
glad
a
you
little
have
bit.
enough faith in yourself.
Might rip it a little bit.
Oh wow, really? It's almost as if that's what I'm talking about. But I mean, it looks good. I'm very interested to see who the side characters are because
Yeah.
from the key art that we have right now, it is obviously a man in some army fatigues and another. I'm assuming the man in army fatigues is like the Captain America side character, or like is tied to Captain America in some way.
Okay.
And then
I'm sorry.
good.
I love jumping from ideas to idea. I want to get your opinion on this because I think this is actually a really cool idea. Now, look, this is just me completely like fantasy dreaming. Like this is like pipe dream, right? This trailer is basically comprised of like one thing. Like it all takes place in one scene. You have Black Panther's point of view, Captain America's point of view, and they meet all pretty much in the same location the entire time. it doesn't seem like there's much time in between all these different scenes that they are showing in the trailer.
You're saying co-op?
Yes. Okay. What if have you played A Way Out?
I have never played it, but I have seen it. I do know what it plays like.
I almost think that would be really cool if it was kind of like a It Takes Two situation where like you both play at the same time, but like you're each a character. Like you don't.
I just don't think that would. I don't think that would flow well. Because I mean, yeah, there's action in A Way Out, but there's not action as in a Marvel video game action.
True. Yeah.
Like man chucking a piece of metal that defies the laws of physics at another man who can claw through that shield that's supposed to be indestructible. Like,
yeah.
You know, it's not a I would wish that maybe I could play it with, like, you know, you or somebody. However,
it definitely to me seems like it's gonna be like one of those games. Yeah, it's gonna be a single player experience where like there's two story modes in the same thing. It's gonna be like Alan Wake 2, where you can play through all the chapters as Captain America first, see how that plays out, and then go to T'Challa or T'Chaka. What? T'Chaka? Yeah, I said that right. T'Chaka?
Yeah.
And then you can play as Black Panther, or you could like do a mixture, but like I feel like it's gonna be that it's gonna have like two separate stories, each through both characters' perspective, unless they're just gonna do a straight story and there's different missions with different characters, which is why there's the side characters. So I really don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is co-op because those side characters almost seem like that's who player 2 gets to play as, low key. Like it almost seems like that. Like, oh yeah, it's just like they just tag along. Yeah, but I'm really interested to see how this game plays out. Like I really am, because I think they did a bang up job. I think this trailer was just constructed perfectly. The whole like first 30 seconds was Captain America's point of view perspective, him saying stuff, him talking about how there's this big black suited up guy with like who has claws that can.
Okay. I will be honest. It is that is factually incorrect. What we've been saying this entire time. It is not T'Challa's father. It's T'Challa's grandfather. And his name's Azuri.
Wow, we're going way back.
We're going way back. Which makes sense because like if this was like, I mean, if he looks as old as he does in the game, like that man lived for a long time. Because that would be 60 years to get to the year 2000.
Dang.
2003.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like that was
maybe we witnessed the death of Black Panther in this game, and that's how T'Chaka comes in.
Yeah, that would actually be very interesting. I think I wonder if the game's gonna end with like
T'Chaka dying and Captain America going in the ice. There we go.
Go in the ice. It's exactly not T'Chaka. Azuri.
Yeah, that's right. Azuri.
But yeah, no. I wonder if it's gonna have a sad ending.
Well, the reason I say it's co-op somehow is because the game is called Rise of Hydra, meaning it's obvious eventually they're going to team up. It's just going to be really weird if one of the characters is just like this CPU-controlled thing that's just running around doing weird things. But at the same time, Spider-Man 2 did it. So
yeah. Okay, so a bit more information on the characters. It is the lady is Nanali, a Wakandan spy working undercover in occupied Paris. So we're gonna be in Paris in this game.
Oh wow! What a location! I know that's cool.
And Gabriel Jones, U.S. soldier and a member of the Howling Commandos, which is the team that Captain America ran with in World War. In World War II. But yeah, no. And I'm getting all this from Marvel.com.
Okay, cool.
Like this, that's my source. My source is the people.
The owners.
Oh, Howard Stark's gonna be in this too.
Ooh.
Howard Stark. I wonder who's playing Howard Stark.
I can't believe I thought this was a mid idea when it was first. Like that's the thing.
Why?
That's the thing. It just seems so lame when they announced it, and now it's like, dude, this is the coolest thing ever.
Did you play or did you like the original Captain America movie, like Captain America: The First Avenger?
I like the first half, like his origin story, and then it just started like fast forwarding through like World War II, and it was kind of like, oh, yeah. But yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it.
But it's giving those vibes. It's giving the vibes. It's like this is
100%.
a, obviously it's giving those vibes because this is set in the same time period. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for this game. I think it's gonna be awesome.
I can't wait to see what the gameplay is like. I'm really curious.
Yeah, no, I'm. I mean, all the actors look pretty talented too, from what I'm seeing on their IMDb and stuff. But I will admit something I found out, and if you could go back in the podcast and hear me verbalize it. So yeah, you have Amy Hennig, who wrote a couple of the Uncharted games, 2 and 3.
Okay,
respectively.
The best ones. I bet.
And then she wrote Forspoken.
No way. Hang on.
On her IMDb, boss man.
In a way. Was she the lead writer on that?
Look at it. It credits her as writer. Like, it is under that game, it says writer.
Oh my god, that was loud. That was like the loudest
writers
text notification ever.
Yeah, louder writers. Todd Stashwick, Amy Bird.
She also wrote Uncharted 1.
Did it say Uncharted 1 too? I only saw Uncharted 2 and 3.
Okay, well, I'm looking at Wikipedia, so like that's
oh well.
The best,
okay,
like,
first off, I'm looking at her. Oh, Uncharted Drake's Fortune.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, I'm done.
Also Uncharted Golden Abyss, but that's like a weird one. And then yeah, you're right, Forspoken. Yeah. Wow. Oh no, she was the story concept. For Forspoken.
Oh, well, that makes more sense.
Yeah, she was a story concept. Yeah, that's right. While in Uncharted, she was the creative director and writer for all the the first 3 Uncharted.
Yo, she's kind of she worked at EA. She was senior creative director at EA.
She was the game director of Jak and Daxter 3? Wow. Bro, she's got a resume. Hold up. Oh yeah, she was the writer of Battlefield Hardline. That's the
she was she had a hand in one of the top games of all time, Michael Jordan, Chaos in the Windy City.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah, now she's the producer and writer of this game, Marvel 1943: Rise of Hydra.
Oh, I'm excited. Wow. I'm excited now. I mean, I never played Forspoken, and I know obviously based on you and Austin both returning it.
You know, I've always said this about Forspoken. You can even go back and watch my review if I even uploaded that review. I don't know. I know I recorded it, and I know I've said this multiple times. It's such a shame Forspoken didn't turn out to be good because, like I said, all the trailers, dude, that was my most anticipated game leading up to that game. Because it looked so cool. I thought the ideas were amazing. I thought there was a lot of potential. And it's because of the concept of the game. she was the conceptor. Like, she made the concept for the story and everything. And that makes a lot more sense now. And so, even the bad part of Forspoken, or the good things about Forspoken, she probably had a hand in it. So, yeah, that's pretty great.
But yeah, no, I'm super excited for this game. I think it looks interesting.
Yes, for sure.
I think it's, it looked, albeit it was not a very popular title, and honestly, it was not a good game to begin with. But it kind of scratches that Avengers itch.
Yeah, it does. It does for sure.
Hopefully, it's just good.
I mean, yeah, that
I'll
should
be like I said, I like the
be
game.
that should be the expectation for everything, in my opinion. As long as it's good, as long as it's good, that's all we really care about. It doesn't have to be the best game of all time every time. It doesn't have to be game of the year every single time. We would love that. That's always the goal. That's always the mission. But it shouldn't be your expectation for everything.
As long as you enjoy the game, man.
Exactly. Well, we are just now at an hour and a half, so I think that's a perfect way to conclude it for today.
Alrighty.
Pretty good podcast. I know the first half was kind of just jumping over the place, and then we actually got to the real topics. That's what happens when you actually start talking about like real stuff. But yeah, we'll be back next week because by then we'll have a lot to talk about next week because I'll have played.
Yeah.
I'll have played 3 of them. You will only play 2, unless somehow you come over.
Not this week. I'm
next week.
home currently.
Next week.
I will not be home until Wednesday of next week, and then I leave Sunday to come back.
Oh dang! Where are you?
I am at my mother's house. I am dog sitting.
Okay, it says you're in Ohio.
My dog's Indiana.
Oh
Ohio,
really?
Indiana.
Oh,
Ohio,
yeah,
Indiana.
that's crazy.
That's a thing.
Oh, that's wild.
I forget you have my snap. Yeah, no, but I am in Ohio, Indiana.
Who would have guessed?
But I know, insane. But I'm watching the dogs right now, but it gives me a lot of time after work. I don't have to deal with anybody other than a couple of, furry friends. So I literally, that's why I got to sit down and play Lies of P for as long as I did, and that's what's gonna give me enough time to sit down and play Dragon's Dogma. I'm gonna play
Rise of
I'm probably gonna play Rise of Ronin first, just to see, and then I will go to Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah.
Unless I play Rise of Ronin the entire day.
Right. I don't know how Friday's going to play out. I really don't, because it's just going to be a great day. Also, I got new music I'm looking forward to dropping on Friday. So,
Me too.
Dude, Friday's going to be a great day. What a great day Friday's going to be.
I said, we talked about this last podcast.
And I got off on work Fridays, every Friday. So, dude, Friday's just going to be a dream.
I get off work at 12, so... As soon as I get off work Friday, I'm going to GameStop and picking it up.
What a great day Friday's going to be. But we will see you guys next week. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, definitely leave a like, comment in the section down below provided. And please subscribe. And we will see y'all in the next one. You have anything else to add, Christian?
Nope.
We good. We out. Peace.
Peace.